Do it with no hands.
Watch me twerk it for your man, cause he throw hella bands. He like it when I'm on the pole, I do it with no hands. I'm getting money, other bitches, they don't stand a chance. Twerk, twerk for them dollars, I don't want your man. You know it's Jenny gang, still winning, ain't shit changed. I'm in the muscle car, you see me in the fast lane. You know I do my thing. Jenny gang, what it do? So it's your girl, Jenny, and I'm back with another video. Before I get started, please hit that like button. If you feeling friendly, share my content. If you are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. So this video is about the turmoil going on, not just in the United States, but in the world right now. Okay, guys. So I remember sitting in this same chair probably about a month ago, and I'm just watching the TV, you know. I'm kind of corny, okay? So the things I like to watch, they're not always educational, but I like to watch the news. Not exactly the best thing to do when you're on a spiritual journey because, you know, the news has a lot of bad stuff on it. And if you think about that stuff too much, you do attract it, okay? That's just something that I believe. Even when I'm watching stuff and taking in stuff I know I have no business, I know that there is a risk of me attracting it. But at any rate, I watch the news. So I'm watching and I'm seeing that people are getting stuck in China because there's some type of disease that's roaming around. It's going crazy. And they didn't want those people to get on that plane and bring it back to people in the United States. I ain't think no more about it. You know, I seen it was serious or whatever, but I couldn't foresee the future and what's going on right now. So it is what, April 9th, 10th, and the world is on shutdown. A lot of countries it's not being talked about as heavily as it is about the United States, China, and Italy, but the coronavirus is actually everywhere, okay? Because I just know, because I see online where there's certain people saying things, and there are countries that haven't even been mentioned on the news. But guys, this is a big deal. There are so many different things that I could say. Some people agree that this was planned. It's done by the government. Some people feel as though it's a hoax, also done by the government to distract us from the election. Guys, I know the government plays games. I know that they do evil things, okay? It wouldn't be the first time that they did, but this is what I'm trying to get everybody around me to understand. Whether it's a hoax or whether it was done intentionally or not, whether it started in China or whether it started in the United States, obviously the virus itself is nothing fake about that. It's killing people. It's killing people that are young, old, medium, fat, small, medium, athletic, lazy, whatever. It's taking people out. So the first rumor that was debunked was that coronavirus it can only evolve in, you know, Caucasian people or European people. No African or black person can get it, right? Which I never believed that myself anyway, but still, it wasn't such a big deal that I was afraid about it anyway. So yeah, and then Idris Elba ended up with the virus, first black person that we know on record to have it. And so it threw everyone in a frenzy. Now, I'll say that it does seem like the coronavirus, aka COVID-19, is running rampantly through the celebrity community. We've had Tom Hanks, Idris Elba, the singer Pink. Shout out to her. She just donated $1 million to the coronavirus. What do you call it? Not a charity, but like kind of like a pot just to help people who are going through stuff and need medical help or what have you. Help buy masks and stuff like that. Slim Thug. There's a whole lot of people.
I know there's a DJ, I wish I had his name, but I don't. But he was like somewhat popular in the Florida area, but it seemed like he had fans all around the world. A couple of weeks ago, I remember seeing he had passed away from it, right? That was the first like regular case I could say that I somewhat related to, because I seen some of my Instagram followers mourning his loss. He's kind of chubby guy, but the comment said that he did smoke a lot of Black and Milds. So the coronavirus it likes to work and move in high temperature areas, but it seems like it affects people who have respiratory issues, like your lungs aren't open. Like, I've been running and walking every day this week, not just because of corona, but because I need to lose a few pounds. But when I get to running, at first I can feel what it's talking about. Like my chest there, it's not open until I get to like going really good. So everybody, like people who care about me, that are close to me, they're like, Jenny, what do you think of what are you gonna do? As far as what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep praying and being positive like how I always am. I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to convince my family to be more careful, because my family is very close. We gather all the time. I'm trying to tell them this ain't the time to be doing our normal gathering routine. Got me, my mom, my daughter, all of us mask. And it's already had hit home for me, just from seeing everything on the TV. Even when I say I'm not watching any more coronavirus things, there's always something else running rampant via YouTube, Instagram, or whatever. So let me tell y'all what really, my light is gonna go away for a second. Let me tell y'all what really got me. Okay, so this particular, as y'all can see, it's very long. This was typed by my makeup artist. When I say my makeup artist, someone that just done my makeup like February 25th or so. Her name is Terica Bruton. Now, she actually has already put this on a public domain, so it's not like a secret or anything, but actually she's getting ready to come home from the hospital. She's well, she survived it, etc. But this is the first instance where it was someone that I actually knew, that I, know in this area, that I know, touch hands with, talk with, whatever, that coronavirus is definitely real. But listen to what she says, guys. I don't even know where to begin, but reading posts and comments day after day, I felt it was important to share my experience. Around March 19th, my stomach began to bother me. As the days went on, I became weaker and weaker every day. My chest ached. I didn't want to eat or drink much of anything. I decided to go to the ER after I could barely get out of bed, thinking I was just dehydrated after a few hours. The doctor came in to say, according to my abnormal blood work, she believes that I have the coronavirus. I had a chest scan and had stuff in my lungs, but I had no fever. I maybe coughed twice in 2 days, no shortness of breath. Tested, and 4 days later, it confirmed that I am positive for COVID-19. Crying emoji. This virus is so unpredictable, and the way they want you guys to stay home, they don't know how the virus will affect each individual. Each person is reacting differently. My temperature hasn't been above 97.9 the whole time, so having a fever is not a deciding factor. She debunked that rumor. For me, she did. We have to do our part and social distance ourselves as much as possible until this dies down, because this is no joke. Don't even take it lightly at all. God is so good to me. I'm grateful it wasn't deadly for me, because it could have been. Whether it's a conspiracy or not, don't take that chance, and don't be selfish and potentially spread it to others. I had no idea I was sick until the virus had hit me like a ton of bricks. Thank God I was already social distancing and not around a lot of people. Please, y'all, be safe for once in your life and take something serious so we can beat this thing together. Also, just continue to pray for my healing and anyone else that's battling this virus. Thank you for the ones that have been there for me day in, day out. Love y'all. So guys, some people on my YouTube, you guys don't know me. I'm call myself Jenny Gang, but I'm also known as Jenny 20, the real pole vixen, because I'm really good on the pole. I am an entertainer. I done a movie last year, so I guess I'm an actress now too. And I do music. I have a song out on all platforms. It's called Twerk 3Ks by Jenny Gang. So I'm in Greenville, South Carolina, for what I was getting ready to say, for the people who don't know me like that. I'm in Greenville, South Carolina. So this is the first person that I would know that actually had it for real. You know, she's said some other things about the shortness of breath that truly scared me. Do y'all know how hard it is when you can't really breathe? Like when you're like, say for instance, you know how dogs breathe? They breathe like real fast. They're like if you watch their stomach. You ever try to breathe with a dog or an animal? I about passed out, like, cause I'm like, how they breathe like that? But that's how they breathe. Y'all, I'm not trying to feel it. I don't even want to get the virus and survive it. I'd rather not have it at all. So let's band together. It's already April. People's plans are being pushed back. I know me personally, I feel like 2020 is my year. I just now was getting my life together. I was saving money. My butt's big. My hair it was always growing, but it's like healthy now and growing. Credit scores going up because I didn't have any idea that you can delete things that weren't. I knew you could delete things off your credit that, you know, were no longer in effect or either false objects, but I didn't know how to really do it. So I hooked up with a legitimate company, got that going. I'm definitely not trying to feel any death, you know, whether it's myself or my family or my friends or my Jenny Gang. I'm not trying to feel any recession. I'm not trying to feel any of the bad things that can come along with this virus that have not already come along just because people do not want to stay at home. Y'all, stay at home. Find you a hustle at home, okay? I've been working on the internet every day. I have a foot page. I have other things I'm doing. That's me as an entertainer. That doesn't mean you have to do that, but some people don't even need to work. Like if you have some money saved up, go ahead and just chill for a second. Don't put everybody else at risk and at more danger by just coming out and hanging out unnecessarily. I guess that's what I want to say. I'm not a medical person. I'm none of that. I did go to school for surgical tech. But I'm definitely not in that field. But I do understand the art of just washing your hands kind of could have prevented most of this. Not if it was planned and done intentionally, but if it were started and it's spreading the way that they say it is, washing your hands should be an easy thing. Mask up. The mask doesn't keep you from getting the virus, like if you have it. But what it makes sure is that if you have that virus, you're not out spreading germs to someone else and you're not breathing that air that they're breathing, from my understanding. So the mask does help. It's just not 100%. It's almost like when you're having SCX and you use the pull-out method. The person can still get pregnant, but they're more likely to get pregnant if you ejaculate inside of them. It's kind of like with the mask. Not 100%, but it's definitely can help you. You're going to wear gloves. That's cool, but make sure you're changing your gloves. You can't wear the same gloves all day long and be touching yourself and touching your food and touching your gum and touching your kids and think that the germs are not going to get, you know what I'm saying, up in your system. So that's me being Dr. Jenny for a second. Y'all, let's beat this coronavirus. Let's get life back going. Until then, help me grow my channel. It's growing, I feel like. It could grow a little quicker if you guys help me, and maybe I can go quicker on the videos. If you have a video idea, since right now I'm kind of just like not on one topic, go ahead and send me that video idea. If you have a story that may have happened to you in a club in regards to being an entertainer, or if you're a customer and something happened to you, send me that story. I'll tell it from your point of view, and we'll all enjoy it. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time.